So the festive time is just around the corner. And if part of you is dreading the whole overindulgence, then I have good news. So tune in to discover how you can actually make this your most enjoyable holiday season, from a food perspective at least, while avoiding that awful bellyache feeling. So, welcome to Joyful Eating, episode 253. And this week, I'm going to share with you 4 instant shifts to avoid a bellyache this festive season. But before we get to that, the best bite I had. So, there's a lady that comes to the farmer's market that has seedlings and plants, and I've been buying from her recently. She's new, and she had this rocket. So, we call it rocket in Australia, but it's known as arugula in Italy and the US. Anyway, she had a wasabi arugula. So that had been some cross between wasabi plants and arugula. And I was, wow, give me, I love wasabi. So sign me up for some of that. And so I've just been having it. Actually, haven't served it with food yet, although that's a really good idea. I should do that. But I've just been having a little bit as I walk past in the garden, just picking a bit. And it's exactly like wasabi flavor. It's so crazy and it's so delicious. So it's got that burn and then, yeah, it's really, really good. So if you ever get a chance to sample some wasabi arugula or wasabi rocket, definitely. And it seems to grow really well too. It's easy to grow. So, story behind this week's episode, of course, it's that time of year. And so, when we have a healthy relationship with food, one of the things that's so great about being a naturally healthy person is I get to look forward to all the festive stuff without that kind of in the back of my mind fear of, oh, I'm probably going to gain weight. Oh, I don't want to feel sick again. So, I thought I would share with you 4 instant shifts to help you avoid that bellyache and to actually help you feel empowered to go into the festive season with the joy of looking forward to whatever the food is that you love over this time of year. And I say instant shifts because literally one of the things I love about coaching and that I've discovered in my ability to coach myself is that changing our thoughts, it really does take an instant and it can have such a dramatic impact on our actions and on our experience, in this case, with our relationship with food. So don't underestimate, even though it's like, can I really change in an instant? My marriage coach, Maggie Ray's always said, your thoughts can change in an instant. So you can change your results in an instant. So now let's talk about these instant shifts, right? So first one is actually deciding how you want the day to go or the event to go. So if you're going to a cocktail party, how do you want that to go? Do you want to be sampling and or not eating enough and getting too drunk? Or if you're thinking about your Thanksgiving meal, how do you want to feel at the end of it? And actually setting an intention of this is how I want it to go. And I know that may seem like that's not going to have a huge impact, but trust me that we are very powerful. And so when we set intentions, yeah, of course, there are times that we don't stick to them or we go over what we think, but we always, whenever I set an intention, I always get a better result than if I don't. So if I just go into an event without having any plan or thinking through things ahead of time, I generally don't get as good a result as if I do plan ahead. And then my bonus is actually think about what are you looking forward to about this event and let yourself enjoy some of that anticipation in advance because, oh, yeah, like there's going to be Aunt Mary makes these amazing cookies and I'm going to get to have some of Aunt Mary's cookies, whatever it is, no right or wrong there. But let's let ourselves look forward to. So that's the first tip is actually setting intentions and deciding how you want the event evening day to go ahead of time. Second is approaching it from food abundance. And I think one of the reasons why we tend to overeat in the holidays is because in the back of our mind, we've got this thought of, oh, well, in January, I'm going to really buckle down. And in January, I'm going to really work on my weight loss, whatever. And so we're sowing those seeds of future scarcity. And that, of course, whenever our brain's thinking that something's scarce, that drives overeating in the moment because it's like, okay, we've got to stock up now because we're not going to be able to enjoy these. We're not going to have any cookies or we're not going to have any alcohol in January. So we've got to get in what we can now. So what I invite you to, rather than being in that food scarcity mindset, I invite you to approach the holidays from food abundance. And from this mindset that there will be plenty of amazing food in my future. So yes, maybe there is only one time of year where I can have eggnog, or there is only one time of year where I can have Aunt Mary's cookies, but there's going to be heaps of other delicious food in my future. So I don't need to eat all the cookies now, and I don't need to drink all the eggnog now. So approaching holidays from that food abundance place and just making that promise to yourself that I'm not going to diet in January this year. So there's no need to go mental now because I'm going to be able to eat delicious food January 1st, January 2nd. There'll be plenty of amazing food in my future. Okay, third instant shift that we can use over the holidays or the festive season is to slow down and savor. So whenever you are eating, when you're interacting with food, just reminding yourself that there's no rush and actually letting yourself enjoy whatever it is that you're eating. And the reason we want to do this is because enjoyment leads to satisfaction. So when we're letting ourselves enjoy something, it's way easier to feel satisfied. And then we can stop when we have the reasonable amount rather than overdoing it. So if we're shoveling and eating really quickly, that can be a problem. So we want to slow down and savor. And it's the thought that the instant shift, just whenever you notice yourself eating quickly, you can just pause and just remind yourself, like, I do this all the time. Like, there's no rush, Jules, right? And then I just, oh yeah, there's no rush. I can slow down. Great. And then our fourth instant shift is reminding yourself that you can choose again in any moment. So whenever you notice, oh, hang on, I am overeating here, or I've already had too much, or whatever, rather than going, well, I'm already feeling gross, I might as well just go the whole hog, that old diet mentality, just instead of that mindset, reminding yourself that, no, I can choose again now, right? Like, what do I really, and checking in with what you really want. Because you have the ability to choose again, and stopping eating now is going to be better than if you're overindulging, than if you do the what the hell and you finish off everything on inside. So reminding yourself you can choose again anytime, in any moment, is a really helpful thought. So just to recap our 4 instant shifts, first of all, deciding how do I want this to go and actually getting a plan. It might even be as you're walking into the restaurant, just thinking it, mental check-in, how do I want this to go? And just setting a little intention. Next is our food abundance mindset. So remembering there's going to be plenty of amazing food in my future. So just to remind yourself, and you're not going to like diet in January. Third shift is just whenever you notice yourself shoveling or eating really quickly, just pausing and remembering there's no rush and slowing down. And then the fourth one is reminding yourself that you can choose again in any moment. And my bonus tip for you is that it's okay sometimes to intentionally overeat. So you might decide that actually I do want to have that really full feeling. And yeah, I think it actually can be helpful for us to have days, feasting days. That's kind of part of our culture, that it actually having that, oh, I couldn't fit another thing in, that can be helpful. But actually choosing that intentionally can be a very powerful thing to do. So yeah, have a fantastic festive season, whatever events you've got coming up. Just remembering that you can make these little adjustments and you can coach yourself in those moments. And if you'd like some help on thinking about what you would like January to be like and discovering the secret to being someone who can eat what you want and also feel good in your clothes so that you feel that peace around food and weight, even if you're in middle age, even if you've tried and failed so many times in the past, then make a mental note to check out my free on-demand training. So I'll put the link in the show notes so you can check that out at your leisure. Okay, have a fantastic festive season and I'll catch you next week.